Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghu here. In this class, we will do some practice examples on loops and conditional statements. Here, we will concentrate on how to do coding for a given problem. The way we have to think to do a given problem, that's we will concentrate here in this class. In our previous classes, we discussed about the basics required to solve these examples. So please follow our playlist from the beginning so that you will have a better understanding of the complete Python language. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's class, we'll do two examples. This is our first example. What's this example means? We have to take input from the user. We have to take the input. The input is given as the side of the square. If the side of the square, the user has given the side of the square as 5 means we have to display a square like this, 5 by 5 square like this. If the input has given as 6 means we have to display a 6 by 6 square. If the input is 7, we have to display a 7 by 7 square. That is what we have to do in this example. So how to construct the logic, that we have to identify. See here, what we are doing here, if it is input is 5 by 5, we have to construct a 5 by 5 square like this. Means we are displaying a star, third star, fourth star, fifth star. After that we are going into a new line, again displaying 5 stars. So what we have discussed in our previous classes when we discussed about the loops, when we use loops, so in order to repeat a process for multiple times, we use loops. The same thing we are doing here. We are displaying star for 5 times. So we will use a loop for displaying these 5 stars. This process has to be repeated for 5 more times. So that's why we need nested loops. In our last class when we discussed about nested loops, how nested loop works, the same process repeated for each time. So let's check the logic here, how we have written the logic here. So size is equal to int, input of enter size of the square. So we are taking the input from the user, the input should be in the integer type, that's why. So int type should be converted. After getting the size, see here, the first loop for I in range of size. What's this range of size means? Range of 5. So what are the values it will be generated? Range of 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 values it will generate. This loop will execute for 5 times. With I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, so on up to I is equal to 4. This loop execute for 5 times. In this, we have written a nested loop. What happens here? For j in range of size, again this loop will execute for 5 times. Size means 5. 5 means what are the values that it will generate? J is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this loop execute for 5 times. Each time we are displaying a star. Each time we are displaying a star. That should be in the same line. In order to display it in the same line, we have to write end is equal to space. Then only it will display in the same line. Otherwise the print function will take you to the new line. So once this loop has been executed, what happens? We will get one line for star. After completion of this for one time, we'll come out of this loop and we'll go to new line. In order to go to the new line, print brackets, we will go into the new line. Again with I is equal to 1, execute this for second time. Again I is equal to 2, execute this for third time. Like that, this will be repeated for 5 times. We are getting each time we are getting into a new line. Each time we are getting into a new line. That's the logic to construct this square matrix. Square matrix, it's not square matrix. So the square of a stars. So this is one problem. Coming to our next problem, next question is, so we call it as square pattern, this we call it as triangle patterns. So we have to display numbers like this. We have to take input from the user. If the user has to give the number of lines, if he has given number of lines is equal to 5, we have to display like this: 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 lines. If he has given 6 means 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that we have to display a triangle pattern. So how to do this? See here, in order to display one, next line we have to display 1, 2, next line 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In order to display this, we need a loop. This we need a loop, 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 but each time whenever this loop has to be incremented, for first time it has to loop for 1 time, second time it has to loop for 2 times, third time we have to loop for 3 times, fourth time 4 times, fifth time 5 times. We have to execute that 5 times. So we need nested loop the same way, but we have to increment the nested loop value. How to do that? That's very important. For I in range of 1 comma lines plus 1, here lines means lines is equal to int input, the user input which we are taking from the users. For I in range of 1 comma lines plus 1, how many values it will display here? 1 2 3 4 5 times, 5. So this loop will execute for 5 times. In this, the nested loop, how many times it has to execute? It has to execute for 1 time, second time it has to execute for 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, like that it has to execute. How to do that? That's why we are taking the I value inside. Okay, that's why we are taking I value. What's the I value for the first time? I value is 1. Range of 1 means this loop will execute for 1 time, 0 is considered. Range of I is equal to 2 means this loop will execute for 2 times. I is equal to 3 means this loop execute for 3 times. I is equal to 4 means 4 times. I is equal to 5 means 5 times. That's why we are taking I value here. That's the logic for constructing this triangle pattern. For I is equal to 1, this loop execute for 1 time. It will display j. J is equal to 0 means j in range of I means I is equal to 1. J values will be 0. So what we have to display? We have to display 1. That's why we are displaying j plus 1. End is equal in the same loop, in the same line we have to be. After completion of this loop, go to the next line and again repeat the process. This is how we do patterns problems, and based on this logic, based on this understanding, you try on your own these 2 examples. That will help you a lot in constructing your own logics and for facing the placement problems. Okay, in our next class we will do some more complex pattern problems in our next class. Hope you understand the concepts. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.